In this lesson, I'll dive deeper into the features found in the Data panel. The Data panel is the one-stop location for which you can access, organize, and share Fusion 360 projects, as well as any other associated files including images, spreadsheets, or other CAD files. Unlike other CAD programs, you will never use Windows Explorer or Macintosh Finder to locate your data when using Fusion 360. You can access the Data panel two ways. The most obvious is by clicking this icon at the far left of the toolbar. The other method, and my preference, is to use the keyboard shortcut. In Windows, Ctrl-Alt-P will expand the Data panel, while the Option Command-P keyboard combination works in the Mac OS. Once the Data panel is open, the upper left corner will indicate which storage space is being used, or which team you're working with. I'll cover teams in a later lesson, but by default, the storage space that is shown is your single user storage. Think of this as your personal repository for all Fusion 360 data. Within the storage space, I see projects. Think of projects as folders, as you would have in Windows Explorer. Projects are where designs made in Fusion 360 are stored, as well as any other file type. In addition to projects, you will see other resources in the Data panel, including sample files and libraries. I'll switch to the Solid Professor team to access the engine model. Now that I'm in the Solid Professor storage space, or team, I can use the project tools to help narrow my search for data. I can filter out projects that I own, or that I've shared, or that I've pinned as my favorites. I can also use the search tool to search by name. And once I'm in a project, I can use the gear icon to sort data. Another concept I want to address quickly is that while data is stored in the cloud, any Fusion 360 projects that are actively being worked on will be cached locally to your computer. This allows you to work on Fusion 360 projects while you're disconnected from the internet. Using this gear icon, you can make sure that critical projects are always cached locally, in case you might be without internet. Within any project, there are two large buttons. The first is Data, which is on by default. This option presents all the Fusion designs and other data stored within the project. The second button will present all the people associated with the project. Just below these two buttons are the Upload and New Folder buttons. We'll cover the Upload tool later, but as you can probably figure out, the New Folder button will create a folder within this project. Folders are a great way to organize data within a project. When you have data within your project, it's easy to interact with these files. Simply right-click any item within the Data panel and you will see the context menu. From the menu, I have several options, including the ability to open files, insert them into other designs, or share them with other people. Finally, I have one more tool that I want to cover in this lesson. You'll notice that at the lower right corner of each item within a project has a version number. By clicking on this icon, I can find historical information related to this part in the form of versions. I can also see where the file is used in other designs and any associated drawings of this item.